Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone is the first novel in the Harry Potter series and J.K. Rowling's debut novel. The plot follows Harry Potter, a young wizard who discovers his magical inheritance as he makes close friends and a few enemies in his first year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Witchery. With the help of his friends, Harry faces an attempted comeback by a dark wizard, Lord Voldemort, who kills Harry's parents, but failed to kill Harry when he was just a year old. The book, which was Rowling's debut novel, was published on June 26, 1997 by Bloomsbury in London. In 1998, Scholastic Incorporated published an edition for the United States market under the title Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, even though in London it was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. The novel won most of the British book awards that were judged by children and other awards in the U.S. The book reached the top of the New York Times list of best-selling fiction in August 1999 and stayed near the top of that list for much of 1999 and 2000. It has been translated into several other languages and has been made into a feature-length film of the same name. Most reviews were very favorable, commenting on Rowling's imagination, humor, simple, direct style, and clever plot construction, although a few complained that the final chapter seemed rushed. The writing has been compared to that of Jane Austen, one of Rowling's favorite authors, or Roald Dahl, whose works dominated children's stories before the appearance of Harry Potter, and of the ancient Greek tale story Homer. While some commentators thought the book looked backwards to Victorian and Edwardian boarding school stories, others thought it placed the genre firmly in the modern world by featuring complementary ethical and social issues. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, among the rest of the Harry Potter series, has been attacked by several religious groups and banned in some countries because of observations that the novels promote witchcraft. But other religious commentators have written that the books emphasize important viewpoints, including the power of self-sacrifice and the ways in which people's decisions shape their personalities. The series has also been used as a source of object lessons in educational techniques, sociological etiquette, and marketing. Now, first of all, let me just get this out of the way. I really like this movie. This movie is fantastic. This movie is really good, especially since it's the first. This is really good. I really like this movie, and it's been a while since I watched it, and I just watched it about 4 hours ago. And the plot and storyline, the characters are amazing. So, here's the plot. The most evil and powerful dark wizard in history, Lord Voldemort, murdered married couple James and Lily Potter, who mysteriously disappeared after attempting to kill their infant son, Harry. While the wizarding world celebrates Voldemort's apparent downfall, Professor Dumbledore, Professor McGonagall, and half-giant Rubius Hagrid placed the one-year-old orphan in the care of a surly and cold muggle, which means non-magic human, Uncle and Aunt Vernon and Petunia Dursley, with their spoiled and bullying son, Dudley. 10 years later, while living in 4 Privet Drive, Harry is tormented by the Dursleys, treated more like a servant than a member of the family, and forced to live in a cupboard under the stairs. Shortly before his 11th birthday, a series of letters addressed to Harry arrive, but Vernon destroys them before Harry can read them, leading only to an influx of more letters. To invade the pursuit of the letters, Vernon first takes the family to a hotel, and when the letter arrives there too, he hires a boat out to a small island. On Harry's 11th birthday at midnight, Hagrid bursts through the door to deliver Harry's letter and tells him what the Dursleys have kept from him. Harry is a wizard and has been accepted into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Hagrid takes Harry to Diagon Alley, a magical hidden shopping precinct in London, where Harry is bewildered to discover how famous he is among witches and wizards as the boy who lived. He also finds that he is quite wealthy since a bequest from his parents has remained on deposit at Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Guided by Hagrid, he buys the equipment he will need for his first year at Hogwarts. A month later, Harry leaves the Dursleys' home to catch the Hogwarts Express from King's Cross Railway Station. There, he meets the Weasley family, who show him how to get past through the magic wall to platform 9 3/4, where the train that will take them to Hogwarts is waiting. While on the train, Harry quickly befriends Ron Weasley, who tells him that someone tried to rob a vault at Gringotts. During the ride, they meet Hermione Granger, who was later to become one of their best friends. Harry also makes an enemy on this trip. Fellow first-year Draco Malfoy. Draco offers to advise Harry, but Harry dislikes Draco for his ignorance and prejudice and rejects his offer of friendship. Before the term's first dinner in the school's great hall, the first years are allocated to the houses by the Sorting Hat. While Harry is being sorted, the hat suggests that he be placed into Slytherin, which is known to house potential dark witches and wizards. But when Harry objects, the hat sends him to Gryffindor, Slytherin's rival house. Ron and Hermione are also sorted to Gryffindor. Draco is sorted to Slytherin house, which his family has been traditionally sorted into for many years. After a terrible first potions lesson with Snape, Harry and Ron visit Hagrid, groundskeeper of Hogwarts, who lives in a cabin on the edge of the Forbidden Forest. There, they learn that the attempted robbery at Gringotts occurred the day Harry withdrew money from his vault. Harry remembers that Hagrid had removed a small package from the vault that had been broken into. During the first broom flying at him, fellow Gryffindor Neville Longbottom breaks his wrist and is rushed into the infirmary by their instructor. Draco takes this advantage to throw the forgetful Neville's fragile Remembrall, which Neville dropped because of his incident, high in the air. Harry gives chase on his broomstick, catching the Remembrall inches from the ground. Unbeknownst to Harry, Professor McGonagall, who is head of Gryffindor House, has witnessed his performance on his broom. She dashes out and points him as the new seeker for the Gryffindor Quidditch team. When Draco tricks Harry and Ron, who are contemplated by Neville and Hermione, into a midnight exoration, they accidentally enter a forbidden corridor and find a huge three-headed dog. The group hastily retreats, and Hermione notices that the dog is standing on a trap door. Harry concludes that the monster is guarding the package Harry retrieved from Gringotts. After Ron criticizes Hermione's smartness, proficiency, and charm, she hides in the girls' toilet crying. At the Halloween feast, Professor Quirrell reports that a troll has entered the dungeons. While everyone returns to their dormitories, Harry and Ron rush to warn Hermione, who was not at the feast, to hear the announcement. The troll corners Hermione in the toilet, but Harry and Ron clumsily save her. Afterward, Hermione takes the blame for the battle and becomes a firm friend of the two boys. The evening before Harry's first Quidditch match, he sees Snape retrieving medical attention from Felix from a bite on his leg caused by a three-headed dog. During the game, Harry's broomstick goes out of control, endangering his life, and Hermione notices that Snape is staring at Harry and muttering. Concluding that Snape is responsible for Harry's out-of-control broom, she dashes over to the professor's stand, knocking over Quirrell in her haste, and sets fire to Snape's robes. Harry regains control of his broom and catches the golden snitch, winning the game for Gryffindor. Harry refuses to believe that Snape was responsible for putting Harry in danger, but let's split that he brought the three-headed dog named Fluffy, and that the monster is guarding a secret that belongs to Dumbledore and a wizard named Nicholas Flamel. When Christmas break arrives, Harry and the Weasleys remain at Hogwarts while Hermione goes back home. One of Harry's presents from an enormous donor is an invisibility cloak that belonged to his father, and also a flute by Hagrid. Harry uses the cloak to search the library's restricted section for information about the mysterious Flamel, and he happens to find a room containing the Mirror of Isored, which shows him his parents and several of their ancestors. Harry becomes addicted to the mirror's visions, choosing to spend time with his family rather than his friends at Hogwarts, until he is rescued by Professor Dumbledore, who explains that it only shows the viewer what he most desperately longs for. When the rest of the students return for the next term, Draco plays a prank on Neville, and Harry consoles Neville with a sweet. The collectible card wrapped with the sweet identities Flamel as an alchemist. Hermione soon discovers that he is 665 years old and possesses the only known Philosopher's Stone, which in the US is called the Sorcerer's Stone, from which an exhale of life can be extracted. A few days later, Harry notices Snape sneaking towards the outskirts of the Forbidden Forest. There, he half hears a secret conversation about the Sorcerer's Stone between Snape and Quirrell. Harry concludes that Snape is trying to steal the stone, and Quirrell has helped prepare a series of defenses for it, which was an almost fatal mistake. The three friends discover that Hagrid is raising a baby dragon in violation of wizarding law and arranges to smuggle it out of the country around midnight. Draco, hoping to get them in trouble, informs Professor McGonagall. Although the dragon is safely sent away, they are caught outside of their dormitory. Harry, Hermione, Draco, and Neville are punished and assigned the task of assisting Hagrid with saving a badly injured unicorn in the Forbidden Forest. They split into two parties and venture off to the forest, where Harry and Draco come across a hooded figure drinking the blood of an injured unicorn. Aware of their presents, the figure approaches the boys, but Harry is rescued by a senator named Firezinees, who offers to give him a ride back to the school. The senator tells Harry that drinking a unicorn's blood will save the life of a mortally injured individual, but at the price of having a cursed life from that moment on. Firezinees suggests that it was Voldemort who drank the unicorn's blood to gain enough strength to make the elixir of life from the Sorcerer's Stone and regain full health by drinking it. A few weeks later, Harry learns from Hagrid that the dragon egg was given to him by a hooded stranger who had asked him how to get past Fluffy, which Hagrid had admitted was easy. Music sends it to sleep. Realizing that one of the Sorcerer's Stone's defenses is no longer secure, Harry goes to inform Dumbledore, only to find that the headmaster has just left for a meeting in London. Harry concludes that Snape faked the message that called Dumbledore away and will try to steal the stone that night. Harry decides that they must protect the stone themselves in Dumbledore's absence. Covered by the invisibility cloak, the trio enters Fluffy's chamber, where Harry sends the beast to sleep by playing the flute, which was a Christmas present from Hagrid. After lifting the trapdoor, they encounter a series of obstacles, each of which requires unique skills possessed by one of the three, and one of which requires Ron to sacrifice himself in a life-size game of wizard's chess. Seriously, it's wizard chess. Despite their reluctance to leave Ron behind, Harry and Hermione arrive at a room with a series of potions of different sizes and colors. After Hermione figures out the riddle provided, man, I can't talk today, she instructs Harry on which potion to drink. Harry swallows the liquid, allowing him to pass safely through a magical fire until their final room, while Hermione returns to collect Ron and notify Dumbledore of the night's events. In the final room, Harry, now alone, finds Quirrell, who admits that he had tried to kill Harry at his Quidditch match against Slytherin. He also admits that he let the troll into Hogwarts. This means that Snape had been trying to protect Harry all along and not had been trying to kill him. Quirrell is one of Voldemort's followers, and after failing to steal the Sorcerer's Stone the first time, he allowed his master to possess him so that he could get the stone for himself. This, however, provides a difficult task because the only other object in the room is a mirror of Ice Rim, which will not reveal to Quirrell where the stone is. At Voldemort's bidding, Quirrell makes Harry stand from the mirror. The mirror shows Harry finding the stone. Quirrell removes his turban, revealing the face of Voldemort on the back of his head. Voldemort/Quirrell tries to grab the stone from Harry, but fails to do so. After the long struggle, Harry passes out. He awakens in the school hospital while Dumbledore explains to him that he survived because his mother sacrificed his life to protect him. Neither Voldemort nor Quirrell could understand the power of love. Voldemort left Quirrell to die and is likely to return by some other means. The stone has now been destroyed. The school year ends at the final feast, during which Gryffindor wins the House Cup. And Harry returns to the Dursley's house for a summer holiday, but does not tell him that underage witches are forbidden to use magic outside of Hogwarts. So that was the plot.
So that was the really long plot that I just said, and now we're going to be going on to my own personal reviews on what I would give this movie. So range from 1 to 10, I would give this movie. I give this movie 6 and 3. I say 6.5. I give this 6.5. I give this 6. So here's my stuff that I'll say in my reviews. So if I say I give this 1, that means it's very terrible. 0 means it sucks balls. 2 means you could do a lot better. 3 means it's okay. 4 means a tiny bit below average. And then everything higher is good. So I give this movie a solid 6.5. So that completes my our review of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment section below if there is any movies that you would want me to review, because I would be more than happy to review them. And of course, subscribe and smash that like button. Bye. See you next time.